What if I told you that DC's newest movie was expected to launch a brand new era, but instead became one of the biggest superhero box office disappointments in recent years? How did Supergirl go from one of the most anticipated DC films to a movie that struggled to attract audiences? In this video, we're breaking down the shocking box office numbers, DC's history of superhero failures, the biggest mistakes behind Supergirl, what critics and fans actually said, and what this means for James Gunn's DC universe going forward. Let's dive in. Part 1. The box office disaster. When Supergirl hit theaters, expectations were extremely high. The movie reportedly carried a production budget of around $170 million before marketing costs. However, it opened far below expectations and quickly became one of the weakest performing superhero movies of the modern era. Industry reports project it to finish well below the level needed to break even financially. Even more worrying was its second weekend. The film reportedly dropped by more than 70%, placing it alongside other major comic book box office disappointments like The Marvels, Morbius, and The Flash. That kind of decline usually signals weak word of mouth and limited interest beyond hardcore fans. Part 2. DC's history of trouble. This wasn't DC's first box office problem. For nearly a decade, Warner Bros. Has struggled to build a consistent cinematic universe. Some movies became huge hits: Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Joker, The Batman. But many others disappointed: Justice League, Black Adam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Blue Beetle, The Flash. Each reboot confused audiences. Actors changed, timelines changed, stories were rebooted again and again. By the time Supergirl arrived, many moviegoers had simply stopped trusting the DC brand. This wasn't just one movie failing. It was years of inconsistent planning catching up with the franchise. Part 3. Why Supergirl failed. Reason number 1. Superhero fatigue. The superhero genre isn't as unstoppable as it was in 2019. Back then, audiences rushed to see almost every Marvel or DC release. Today, people are much more selective. Only movies with exceptional reviews or strong emotional appeal tend to become major hits. Industry analysts have increasingly pointed to superhero fatigue and audience oversaturation as major factors behind recent box office declines. Reason number 2. Weak marketing. Many casual viewers weren't sure what Supergirl actually was. Was it a sequel, a reboot, connected to Superman, or the beginning of something new? The marketing never clearly answered those questions. When audiences are confused, many simply wait for streaming. Reason number 3. Mixed reviews. Critics were divided. While many praised Millie Alcock's performance as Kara Zor-El, the film itself received mixed reviews, with criticism aimed at its story and pacing. One strong performance alone isn't enough to carry a blockbuster. Reason number 4. Competition. Summer is one of Hollywood's toughest seasons. Big franchises compete for attention every week. When audiences have limited time and money, weaker reviewed movies are often skipped. That appears to have hurt Supergirl as well. Part 4. Was it actually a bad movie? Interestingly, not everyone hated it. Some reviewers argued that Supergirl wasn't a terrible film. It simply wasn't outstanding enough to stand out in today's crowded superhero market. Many fans praised Millie Alcock's performance, the darker tone, emotional moments, visual effects. The biggest criticism wasn't that the movie was awful. It was that it failed to give audiences a compelling reason to watch it in theaters. Part 5. What happens next? Does this mean the DC universe is over? Not necessarily. James Gunn and Peter Safran have repeatedly said they're building a long-term plan rather than judging the franchise on a single release. Upcoming projects, including Lanterns, Clayface, Man of Tomorrow, and a new Wonder Woman reboot, remain in development. However, the pressure is now much higher. Future DC movies must deliver stronger storytelling, better marketing, clearer continuity, and memorable characters. Otherwise, audiences may continue choosing to stay home. Have final analysis. In the end, Supergirl didn't fail because of one single mistake. It was the result of several factors coming together: superhero fatigue, years of DC brand inconsistency, mixed critical reception, confusing marketing, intense competition, and a movie that many viewers felt could wait for streaming. For DC Studios, the lesson is clear. Great characters alone are no longer enough. Audiences want great stories. And until DC consistently delivers them, every new release will face an uphill battle. Do you think Supergirl deserved to flop, or was it actually underrated? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Marvel, DC, and superhero movie analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.